A challenge for farmers across the country are extreme temperature swings, floods, and drought, all driven by climate change.
And we feel the effects every time we go to the grocery store or out to eat, with higher prices for food. NBC's Chase Kane has the story.
You can see it in the fast, early bloom of DC's iconic cherry blossoms. And you can feel it with stinging prices at the grocery store, up 25% in 4 years.
They're ridiculously high.
Human-caused climate change is throwing off nature's cycles, and we are quite literally paying the price. It shows up in both individual extreme weather events and the long-term trend, like the newly updated plant hardiness zones. A map guiding farmers and gardeners what to grow where. And look at how it's shifted since 2012, as the coldest days got a lot warmer.
Our farmers who are at the front line of making sure that we have an abundant, safe, nutritious food supply in the country, they're being challenged right now by climate change.
The chief scientist for the U.S. Department of Agriculture pointed to Georgia, simultaneously losing the winter chill that fruit trees need, while also facing extreme weather, which last year meant the peach state produced hardly any peaches, losing 90% of its crop. Similar things are happening in New England.
We lost 30 acres worth of vegetables.
To oranges in Florida, blueberries in Michigan.
They're starting to swell up, and that's not good for mid-March.
Strawberries in California.
We're down about 90%.
Even cattle ranchers in Texas, as the state's biggest wildfire scorched more than 1 million acres of pasture and killed thousands of cattle. Over the last 2 decades, federal data compiled by the Environmental Working Group shows 2/3 of all crop insurance payouts were caused by extreme weather closely linked to climate change, drought, floods, and heat, totaling more than $100 billion. And that's the kind of thing which makes food more expensive. It's also why the USDA is working to develop crops which can withstand the new realities of climate change.
The key word in this equation is resiliency. And how do we help farmers be more resilient? And so we have to develop varieties that have an opportunity to be more tolerant to heat, drought, flooding, because we cannot just pick up agriculture and move it. We have to learn how to be resilient where we are. And that's what our scientists are working on every day.
In New York, I'm National Climate Reporter Chase Kane.